Hi,
Hey, how are you?
I'm all right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfect. Absolutely perfect.
How's your day?
It's going good. Thank you so much for having me on the CA Media podcast. You have my full support. You're doing amazing so far. I'm just looking forward to continuing seeing your journey as a multimedia content creator. You do so much as a photographer, editor, journalist, all the above. I'm just so here for your journey and you have my full support for sure.
I truly appreciate all the kind words. I thank you for helping me in this journey. I appreciate all your support. As you're a sponsor of the show, so,
Likewise. Likewise, and I'm glad, Visionary Minds, Public Relations and Media could sponsor CA Media Podcast. I truly hope more people just continue to support you as I do. And you already have the community backing you and supporting you. You are just so loved and adored. You support so many entities and individuals creatively, and you are just a bomb.
try to be. It's hard, but I try to maintain my sanity while doing all of this.
Got
It's
to.
complicated, but I have to maintain my sanity. Um, you want to jump right into it?
Yes, let's do
Sure.
it. I'm
Okay.
excited. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Um, Welcome to the CA Media Podcast, the show that allows you to come in your own unique way. I'm your host, Clyde Anderson, and today I have a special guest and a sponsor of this show, the original sponsor of the show, and still current sponsor of the show, Tammy Reese of Visionary Minds, Public Relations and Media.
Thank you so
Uh,
much for having me.
you're welcome. This show is sponsored by. Go ahead, throw a sponsor out.
Visionary Minds, Public Relations and Media. Hey, everyone. I am the founder of Visionary Minds, Public Relations and Media, CA Media Podcast, and Clyde Anderson has our full support. We love who the individuals are and the entities are that he is highlighting in the community. Clyde is an amazing multimedia creator, from a videographer, journalist, for everything involves media and film, and he definitely has our full support for sure.
Thank you, Tammy, for those amazing words today. How's your Friday going?
It's going. It's a relaxing. I had a busy week, a lot of interviews, literally back to back, dusk to dawn. But this is what I'm here for. This is what I aspire to do and continue to
Correct.
do. And I love interviewing people and showcasing their stories, especially when they've overcame through adversity and trials, tragedy, and tribulations. Just love showcasing positivity to educate and empower, inspire someone. Everyone has a story to tell, and this is what I do, and I'm doing it.
I think it's the best that you're able to not contact, but like capture those moments of those people's and their stories, so people, and once we pass the transition, they can review and see how their story pan out. I think it's a wonderful thing that you're currently doing. I believe that people will be touched and inspired by your creativity with your company, Visionary Minds, Public Relations and Media. In
Thank
regards
you
to
so
that,
much.
you're
Thank you so
welcome.
much. Yes, well, Visionary Minds, we do media consulting, we do media relation services as for pitching, writing blogs, articles, writing press releases, writing content for social media, writing content for websites as well. Before COVID, we did a lot of press coverage for mainstream events, interviewing people in person, just promoting what they're doing. If there's a business owner, an entertainment professional, a media professional, someone with a product or service to promote, we're so here for it. Also, before COVID, we did a lot of videography, not just filming those events, but filming commercials, documentaries, short films. But right now we are in our season for definitely online publicity, social media marketing, and getting our clients placed in different media outlets from indie, mid-level to mainstream. That's our goal, is to build our clients' visual portfolios. But yes, and also as a journalist, my brand, Tammy Reese Media, I interview a lot of celebrities and influencers, but those aren't only just the people that I interview. I love to interview anyone because I look at everyone like a star.
Correct.
Everyone has a story to tell. I treat the janitor the same as I treat the CEO, and anyone's story is definitely worth telling to uplift someone else.
What's your company slogan?
expand your vision. And again, that goes expand your vision through
Right.
PR and media. Obviously, that's a service I provide, but it's more so to enhance our clients' visual portfolios. If
Correct.
that's getting more traction on social media, if that's getting a media placement, a lot of people never had a magazine or a blog or a radio show, a podcast, TV outlet feature them before, or people already have established publicity on their resume and just want more. You can never have enough publicity. It doesn't matter how big, how small, or mid-level the media placement is. You can never have enough good publicity, actually.
Correct.
So that's what we do. And a lot of people aren't comfortable or don't have the time to write press releases. They don't have the time to call or even email media outlets or research what media outlets are targeted for them specifically of what they do. So this is what we're here for, to enhance, get that
Yes.
visibility that brings, more awareness, more followers, more opportunities, more revenue. So that's what we're here to do.
So you also are part of the communication committee of the New York Women in Film and Television. What does your role entitle, and also how do you get in, how did you get involved?
Oh, wow. Well, I always kept up to date on social media with New York Women Film and Television. I also read a lot of their press coverage. They do a lot of events that gets mainstream coverage, from Deadline to Variety. The list goes on. But I overall love that they support their members if it's sharing what they're doing on social media, giving them grant opportunities
Right.
or networking opportunities, mentorship opportunities. The list goes on. And when I finally said, you know what, I'm about to apply and see if I can get accepted, because I always want to be a part of this
Right.
organization.
Exactly.
So God bless her soul, one of my friends, she was in Police Academy, actress Miriam Ramsey. She was one of the recommendations for me, wrote a letter of recommendation actually, and as well as Back to the Future actress Claudia Wells wrote some letter of recommendations for me, and I applied, got accepted, got on the communications committee. And what that entails is, promoting on social media what the organization does, bring awareness to get more members. Also, I write for the blog. I'm a member of the podcast team. And it's just so fun working with these industry professionals and learning more, gaining more, skills. And I'm just loving this, being a
Correct.
part of this amazing organization that's actually an industry organization. So any women out there who's in the film, media, television, and you're in the New York State region, New York Women Film and Television is an amazing organization to be a part of. And I'm just so honored to be on the communications team.
How can the listeners get the link to register?
NYWF.org, NYWIFT, NYWF, New York Women Film and Television.org. You can go on the website, all the information is there for sure.
Okay, thanks. So what other media and filming organization that you're affiliated with currently?
Well, I'm a contributor for Medium.com, Vocal Media, We Empower Magazine, and Hustle and Soul Magazine. I love being a part of organizations or media outlets where I can, change the narrative and showcase
Correct.
positivity when there's so much negativity out here in the
Exactly.
world. Especially people that look like us who don't get the recognition that they deserve. Their flowers are just due. I'm glad that I can, pick these people or businesses to showcase, and I get a lot of pitches as well. People want me to interview them or their clients. I just love journalism. I feel like I was born here to be a storyteller, if it's through film or media, any outlet way. I love writing and interviewing people.
So what's like the process of you doing your write-ins and interview? How do you prepare yourself to mentally get these interviews done with the clients that select you, or you select them?
That's a great question. And, it's definitely a mental process because you have to balance your time. I'm a mother first and foremost, and I have to balance family and career for sure. And it depends which way I am interviewing. Right now I can't do what something I really adored was in-person interviews with the camera and the microphone going. But I miss it due time for sure.
Exactly.
But when it's a video interview like we're doing here online, or if I'm talking to someone on the phone and have to write up what we spoke of, or just a Zoom interview type thing like that. You have to mentally prepare. You have to research who you're speaking to if you never heard of them before, or if you have heard of them, you just want to make sure you're up to date on everything they're currently doing.
Correct.
If it's a new business, that you're definitely not aware of, or established business you're not aware of. You have to make sure you do your research so you know what you're talking about. You have to balance your time, make sure you're prepared, locked, and ready before that phone call comes, or before that Zoom session starts, or
Exactly.
whatever platform or video you're doing the interview on. You have to prepare yourself and be ready, because go time is,
Go time.
even in the comfort of my home. Like when I interviewed Megan Good, you know, I'm in the comfort of my home interviewing this
Go
veteran
time. Yeah.
actress. You know what I'm saying? And I can't just be lounging in my pajamas. I said, even though like the whole world isn't in here with me, it's just me
Correct.
and her in my home, just talking. Um, I have to be dressed the part. I
Of
have to be
course.
ready and professional and ready. And it worked out so good. She shouted me twice out on her Facebook account. It's her over 5 million followers. Um, with Leon, who played Little Richard in Temptations, we spoke on the phone. And I had to be up to par, professional, just in the comfort of
Correct.
my house, speaking to this legendary actor on the phone. You have to mentally prepare yourself of what you're doing. And even to someone who I didn't know, a new up and comer person, I treat them with the same respect. You have to be ready and mentally prepared, and so they can feel appreciated and know that they had a great interview and their valued time was
Exactly.
appreciated.
Wonderful. So you have interviewed tons of celebrities, as you just named a few minutes ago, and the influencers. List some more of the folks that you have interviewed, and how was those interactions?
Wow. There's many that's definitely was memorable and funny, or life changing, impactful. After I interviewed Leon, like I bust out crying because it touched my soul, not only during the interview but things we spoke of after. For sure. Um, when I interviewed John Kassir, which is the voice of HBO Tales from the Crypt, this is a show that I watched with my dad as a child and
Right.
seen the movies come out as I got older, and just a horror fan, just loving the Crypt Keeper. And after I interviewed him, I'm just like, can I just laugh with you?
Exactly.
Okay, can I please not just laugh with you? He like, let's go for it, let's do it. So we laughed, and I attempted it. He said, my job is safe. And I just bust out like, I definitely can't laugh like he did it, but I
Of course
tried, and
not.
it was just so, so, so fun. And getting to interview Tony Todd, who was Candyman,
Yeah.
screaming with him, like, we're gonna scream together, let's scream, like, who does this? Like, you had us screaming, in our youth and stuff, and he apologized for, tormenting our lives as a child. But it was just so memorable. Interviewing Carmen Electra, her hugging me after. The list goes on. I try to remain humble because this is my career and this is what I do. I'm a celebrity interviewer, influencer interviewer, but I don't want anyone to ever think like just because they're not a celebrity, a A-list star,
Yeah,
or
they can't
even
get interviewed.
B-list,
Correct.
whatever, or rich or something, that they cannot be interviewed, because you are as powerful, you as magical and inspirational, empowering as anyone else that walks on this earth, for
Exactly.
sure.
So, have you interviewed your mom?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank God.
How is that
Oh,
interaction with her from your career span point of view?
wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm getting emotional. I wasn't expecting that question. Yes. Oh my gosh. Visionary Minds had a talk show here on our public access station. One of our shows that we produced is called Survivors. It was like an Oprah moment. All our guests, we gave them all gifts afterwards, showing their appreciation. My mom, who was blind, the co-producer, her mother, who was a cancer survivor, someone with HIV, someone with PTSD. We showcased their positivity and perseverance of what they're dealing with. And
Correct.
interviewing my mom, just it broke me down to tears, because she was sharing her story of how she became blind, how she dealt with it, and then she went to help other people who lost their sight from glaucoma to cope with this new transition of her life at that time. And it just touched me because her going blind didn't just affect her, affected our whole family. And it's
Correct.
reminded me of that certain time in our lives. And afterwards, I was able to give my mom all these gifts and flowers on TV for our whole region to see. And it was just so beautiful that I literally gave my mother her flowers before she left. And just a moment to interview my mother was just a moment I'll never forget. I actually got a still photo from that TV show I hosted of me and her just hugging.
Wonderful.
And it just reminds me of that moment, and I'm forever proud of her, as I know she was ever proud of me.
Still talking about your mom. She transitioned last year. How did you manage to continue with your career while dealing with her loss?
Wow, I can say, Clyde, is it was not easy, and it's still not easy. You know, one day at a time. I'm better today than I was January 31st, 2020, when she transitioned to heaven. I can tell you that much. Not only did my mother pass, I watched her pass. You know, she was surrounded by her whole family, close friends, holding her hands. Her last breath is just a moment I would never forget. She was one of the closest women in my life, the most inspirational woman in my life, who shaped my life. I still need her, and I know she's with me still, in heavenly presence. It was a time where, you know, I just wanted to take a break. My career is starting to peak, but you have to keep going. I have a little man who looks up to me, who needs me. Um, and you have to. It's hard. Like, I'm 35 and I don't have my mother here. I would thought I would have been 60, 70, you know. But she was an inspirational influence of this community and region and state and beyond. And I just want to fulfill her legacy, because I'm my mother's daughter, and how strong and perseverant she was. That what I continue and aim to be. One day at a time.
Cry
I
right
take
now.
sometimes 1 minute at a time. I know I see you over there in tears, and I'm trying to be strong, but it's okay, because we're human. There's days I cry, I'm like, dang, I need my mama, you know? But I know she's in heaven, like, baby girl, you got this. And it's right. I got this. I got this. And she's forever with me. I'm forever speaking her name, always. Thank you so much for asking.
How do
Thank you
you
for your support. You were there at the funeral. You're such a great friend through this journey. Thank you so much, Clyde.
you're welcome. How do you use your mother's motivation to get through what you're going through in your life?
She would say, because she was blind when she was alive, she walked by faith and not by sight. And even though I can see, I still say that. I walk by faith and not by sight, because it's true. It may sound cliche, but it's very true. You have to have faith to get through anything. You have to. A support system as well, friends, family, colleagues, whoever who supports you.
Right.
Got to know what your purpose is, what you want your legacy to be. My mom loved the Dash poem, was one of her favorite poems, and basically talking about the birthday and the death day is what we celebrate or acknowledge.
The
But
most
what truly matters is that
in
dash
between.
in
Yeah.
between,
What you did
you
in
know?
between. Hello?
Exactly. That's what matters. Of that sticks with me forever. I'm living my dash. I have to keep going.
So we've covered some industry events.
Yes, we have
Would you like to
together.
talk about some of those events?
Yes, Clyde. Clyde and I, y'all, we covered the HBO Cinemax Urban Action Showcase Expo in New York City. Okay, it was some amazing people there. Oh my gosh, my mind's gonna blank, but I want to say, shout out to Ron Van Cleef. He trained Timax on Last Dragon. We interviewed him.
Correct.
Got Bob Backlund, who was a WWE Hall of Famer. That was so cool. Just interviewing him. He was like almost 70, if not 70 then, and he was like doing handstands and and stuff like that.
Correct.
It was so cool. Interviewed someone from Black Panther. I mean, the list goes on. It was definitely an amazing industry event that showcased action, martial arts, just Black excellence in general. Also, we covered the Tribeca Film
Yes, we
Festival,
did.
one of my dreams, also in New York City. You and I, Lakeisha Renee of Lakeisha Renee Entertainment, definitely went there together, did an amazing time. I know you got to do the Simpsons
Yes.
reunion.
Yes, which was
Who does this?
I don't know who does it.
Long running epic show,
in history.
funny as heck, like legendary show that everyone knows, grew up
Loves.
off. You got to, go on the red carpet with the cast.
Yes.
Congratulations for
Thank you.
sure. We went to the In Living Color
In Living Color,
reunion.
25th anniversary, was it? Yeah.
Yes, with Keenan Ivan Wayne, Shawn Waynes, Kim Waynes, Tommy Davidson. That was so cool. Oh my gosh. Also during Tribeca, Lakeisha and I, we got to cover the Wu-Tang event out
Right.
there. I got to mingle with some of the members of that legendary
True.
hip hop group. We got to meet Queen Latifah, and we've seen Sting there
Run
at a
into St. That's
party, and
crazy.
oh my gosh, I got to see Rami Malek, which is, oh my gosh, so dreamy, one of my just inspirational actors. I love his story, but he was Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. He won an Oscar for it.
Which
Got
is
to sit
amazing.
absolutely amazing. And I caught it. I knew he was going to win the Oscar when I first seen the movie. As a big fan of Queen, knowing how he embodied Freddie
Freddie
Mercury,
Mercury.
he just killed it. And wow, also
He was like a
James.
B, if I'm not mistaken, I think before that, he was like a B-star actor.
Yep.
Before
Shout
all
out
this
quick.
happened.
Shout out, and he was in a Night of the Museum, which was a epic franchise, but he
Correct.
wasn't really known like
At
that
the
yet.
time, yeah.
Wow. And it was just so many people there that we met and networked with. Tribeca definitely was one of my favorite experiences. Dream come true. Also got to sit next to Jane Rosenthal, which is Robert De Niro's business partner. They co-founded Tribeca Film Festival together. Got to take a picture with her, met her at the event with Norman Reedus, who is on The Walking Dead, one of my favorite shows ever. I mean, Tribeca was just so epic. I mean, oh my gosh. But that's just something that that's forever in my heart that no one can ever take away from me. It's a dream come true, and I'm so glad I got to experience it with you and Lakeisha for sure.
Thank you. What current projects are you working on as of right now?
As of right now, I am in public relations and media relations mode, okay? I mean, I am interviewing around the clock for the numerous publications that I told you about. Correct. I'm also getting back into video interviewing like how we're doing now. Right. So stay tuned for more of that. Right now, I am a publicist for Independent Filmmaker Day. Please be people who are watching, listening, make sure that you follow on Facebook. We have a community of over 600,000 followers. We usually, before COVID, did in-person events. Now, it's online with industry professionals. Our last online event had Ice-T and Graham King, which is actually producer of Bohemian Rhapsody with Rami Malek. We're here to showcase independent filmmakers, give them networking opportunities, a chance to pitch their films to industry professionals. So definitely a great event that I'm glad to be a publicist for. But yes, I'm full moon promoting my clients' businesses, events, services, and talents. And journalism galore over here. But I'm missing filmmaking. I'm definitely missing that. And I got some online theater reads coming up that'll keep people posted about.
Okay. So what do you like the most about the work that you currently do?
Being creative, just any aspect, when COVID first hit, I'm gonna be honest, I'm sure other creators felt this way. I was scared. I'm like, listen, in the entertainment industry, I don't know if there ain't no content already out there. I don't know, but that was first lockdown week. Right. That's when we didn't know what was going on. But in hindsight, fast forward, the entertainment industry business is just so adaptable and it's never going anywhere. You just have to adjust and find new ways. If you are going on location in a safe environment, social distance wise, or if you're creating content out your basement, or your room, or your kitchen, backyard, down the road, whatever, it's possible. It's possible with online digital technology, just different ways to create content. I love creating. I love writing, creating. I love it all.
So how has COVID changed your perspective in the work that you do?
Well, after I got done being scared, in the beginning, it just changed my perspective of resilience as a people, but specifically in our industry, the resilience to keep going. Like, like we're doing now, there's so many content creators and YouTubers are, talking online and getting to know each other and having shows and podcasts
Right.
and acting and putting out films or, funny videos, dance videos, different social media acts
Exactly.
are coming. A lot of Black filmmakers are coming out of the blue, so many media professionals. Like, this showed me like this time for Black excellence is especially from the election period, Black Lives Matter last summer, movements and stuff. It's time for Black creativity just blowing up than we never seen before. COVID and shine a major light on that. And I'm just so ready. I'm so here for it. Is Black excellence in all creative aspects.
So, like, what are some of your pet peeves the industry gives to you or brings to you?
Ooh. I try to be positive in the most positive way.
Of course, you have to.
But
You have to.
but you're human, there definitely comes with pet peeves. I guess I'll bring it down to a journalism standpoint. I get
You're breaking up.
pitches all the
I'm
time.
sorry, I
Feature
didn't hear
me
what
or
you
feature
said.
my client, feature the event. On a journalism standpoint, pet peeves would be because I do get a lot of pitches from people wanting me to feature their client in a publication, feature them or upcoming event or business. And okay, if I feature this and then they send me 100 more, feature all 100 more of my clients. Like,
Correct.
wait, we're gonna slow it down. I got tons of pictures all day, yeah, just respect, a journalist and their time and that's all. But other than that, I love everything that I do. And I think everyone should just love each other and support each other more during these crazy times that we're in.
So, what was like a negative uh situation in your career in which you turned into a positive that someone that's listening to this can benefit from?
Hmm. I guess it would be if like I'm a publicist and I'm a journalist, which gives me an advantage because I know how publicists work and I know what I want as a publicist or expecting, and I know
Right.
how I want to be treated as a journalist speaking with a publicist. So, as a publicist, when I'm pitching to media professionals for my client, I give them the utmost respect. Um, because I need my client featured in their publication. I want to network with them, explore synergies. But on the flip end, some publicists come to me, in a rude aspect of this is what you're gonna do for my client. And hold up, you reached out to me,
Exactly.
we're gonna
Correct.
give you respect. But I just reply back in a positive manner. But that's just a few bad apples. Majority of the publishers and journalists I'm connected with are amazing, supportive, loving, encouraging. We all know each other. We talk on a regularly outside of business. But that's what you do. If someone comes to you in a negative way, you just flip it back with a positive. Stick with your professional roots.
Man. So, what are some of your memorable moments in your career? Which what spans how
There's
many years? Like
many.
20?
Over 20 years. Wow. A lot of people, well, a lot of people do know, but some people who don't, who only met me in my adulthood, will know that I started my career in theater.
Correct.
I was in the media unit, television and stage production company, and we produced 60 live stage shows a year. We would travel across the country with some of those shows. We also produced a weekly television show out of our public access station here, which I've hosted, directed, run a camera, all that. That's definitely some memorable moments in my youth, performing on stage and hosting and directing a live TV show as a teenager. Definitely in 2019, International Women's Day at the Women's Right National Historical Park, I was given the Makers Women Who Make a Miracle Award. My mom there, my dad, my fiance, my son, my brother. Like, it was just so beautiful experience doing that. And just knowing that I've touched someone's soul from an interview. That's memorable, the impact, because you never forget how someone makes you feel.
Correct.
I've done a lot, and I'm just humble and grateful that this Black girl from South Side of Syracuse We're just killing it, covering Sunday and Film Festival virtually this year. Still was a dream come true. And I tell people, don't let this virtual stuff make you feel like it's beneath you or something.
Because it's
Virtual,
not.
this is where it's at.
Exactly.
This is where it's at.
That's how people
Before
making money
COVID.
doing this.
Exactly, Clyde. And even before COVID, we're going into a new decade. We're
Correct.
going to a new digital era. As 2020 approached. So it was already like what it is. See how the movies are streaming hard body now?
Exactly.
It's gonna be like this still post-COVID because they know they can get money like this from Hulu to Amazon and Netflix, and the list goes on. Like online is where it's at. And I cover online precedents from Lifetime, TV One, that, and just starting to get offers from those type of conferences from BET, and all this stuff is just memorable right from the comfort of my home, just because my resume and my drive to stick with it. I'm just, my whole resume is memorable.
So what advice would you give someone that wants to get into the media and public relations industry?
Be strong, be resilient, know that, you will not have a lot of time sometimes. I joke with some of my friends. I'm like, oh my gosh, I literally busy all day. I didn't have time to look at my phone. I'm sorry, I couldn't turn that call. Like, it's busy. And then you have to still, check on your kid, make sure he eats, make sure he's doing school stuff, make sure, definitely make sure time management more so than anything, because the industry takes a lot of your time, especially in a PR aspect. When your clients, they are expecting you to treat them as if they are your only client, and you have to, because they're paying for your services.
Exactly.
So definitely time manage.
Any final thoughts, comments, shout outs on this podcast that you want to promote?
Well, yes, I definitely want to shout out Clyde Anderson from CA Media Podcast, doing it up for our Black Kings of Syracuse and showcase the amazing talents and just people coming up for sure. I wanted to shout out the Syracuse community, and my thoughts are with the state of Texas right now and our whole world.
No promotion for you.
See, that's the humbleness in me. That is a humbleness in me. Yes, contact me, IG and Twitter at Tammy Reese Media. I love to mentor. I love to consult. I love to explore synergies. Anyone who wants to network with me, definitely contact me. Let's do it.
All right, Tammy, thank you so much for finally joining the CA Media Podcast. Whenever you desire to come back on, feel free to contact me. You know how. That's it, gentlemen, ladies. We have Tammy Reese of Tammy Reese Media, Visionary Minds, Public Relations and Media. She also is a chairperson
the NWCP Public Relations Committee, and Clyde is my co-chair. And we are so excited to help the NWCP get their word out of their missions and endeavors and initiatives that they're doing. I'm so honored, Clyde, to have you as a co-chair.
No problem. Thank you so much for everything that you have done for me. Truly greatly appreciate it. Thank you again for joining the CA Media Podcast, the show that allows you to come in your own unique way. I am Clyde Anderson, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye, Clyde.
Bye, Tammy.